Okay, good morning, all of you. So already before class, I have given ethers how to prepare. What are the preparation methods? Okay, first thing, the main important one from alcohols, dehydration of alcohols. The alcohols dehydration takes place in the presence of dehydrating agents like concentrated H2SO4 at particular temperature, approximately 140 degrees Celsius or below that. We get the corresponding ethers that is completed. Second one, Williamson's synthesis process completed. Based on that process, we prepared all types of ethers, simple as well as mixed ethers. What is called Williamson synthesis? When the alkyl halides heated with metal alkoxides, we get the corresponding ether that is called Williamson synthesis. There I have given all conditions given. So the third one, from alkyl halides. Okay, for example, I have given alkyl bromide. There we take the excess amount of alkyl halide, excess amount. See here, I have taken two more ethyl bromide. There also ethyl bromide. The excess amount of alkyl halide heated with dry silver oxide. See, I have taken here dry silver oxide. In such process, silver combined with bromine, we get silver bromide. Further, we get the corresponding ether, diethyl ether. Okay, here, if we can take the moist silver oxide. Okay, if same reaction, if we can use the moist silver oxide. What about moist silver oxide? Moist. It is nothing but water. Okay, there silver oxide, Az2O. Okay, both combined, we get AzOH, silver hydroxide. When the alkyl halides reacts with the silver hydroxide, we get the corresponding alcohols. Okay, here simply what we can say, dry silver oxide case, the alkyl halides produce ethers. Moist silver oxide case, the alkyl halides are gives alcohols. Okay, up to these three preparations completed. Now, fourth one, see one more. Okay, see. From alcohols and diazomethane. From alcohols and diazomethane series. Okay, here by using alcohols and diazomethane, we prepared ethers. Okay, for example, say, so I have taken alcohol, ROH. It is nothing but alcohol plus diazomethane. See this? CH2N2 is called diazomethane. When we are heated, in this case, this diazo group is replaced as a N2 gas After that, we get the corresponding ether. It is called ether. See this? So here, by using alcohols and diazomethane, okay, diazomethane, it reacts with alcohols. So we get the corresponding ethers. Particularly based on this process, we prepared methyl ethers. Methyl. See this compulsory one alkyl group we are getting methyl CH3. So it is also called methylation of alcohols. What we can say process? Methylation of alcohols. So in this process, we get the methyl ethers. Compulsory one alkyl group, we get the methyl. The next alkyl group, whatever that. So it is also called methylation of alcohols. See. So generally, this process takes place in the presence of fluoroboric acid. Fluoroboric acid, HbF4, HbF4, fluoroboric acid. Say, for example, so if I have taken, say this, C2H5OH, it is nothing but ethyl alcohol. When it reacts with diazomethane, it is called diazomethane series. So it is heated with HbF4, fluoroboric acid. Now in this process, this diazo group is replaced as a N2 gas. Okay, see, further what we get, the corresponding ether. C2H5OCH3. We get here ethyl methyl ether. See this, ethyl methyl ether. So here we can say one of the limitation also, only the methyl ethers are obtained by this method. That is the limitation. So drawback, limitation. Only methyl ethers. Only methyl ethers are obtained by this method. Okay, we can say it is one of the limitation also. Okay, compulsory what we get ether, the ether contain one alkyl group, what we get methyl group. So this is also one of the preparation of ethers. So next one, objective point of view, the ethers are obtained from Grignard's reagent. From Grignard's reagent. See this? From Grignard's reagent. We know that RMZX, alkyl magnesium halide, is called Grignard's reagent. Particularly in this process, we can take alpha halo ethers reacts with Grignard's reagent. Alpha halo ethers. For example, if I will take, see this, CH3O, CH2, Cl. See, I have taken there particularly methyl chloro. So methyl plus oxy, methoxy. Methoxy chloromethane. What is the name? Methoxy chloromethane. So based on this process, we prepared higher ethers produced by reacting of alpha halo ethers. Methoxy, see this, it is a methyl plus oxy, methoxy, chloro, methane. It reacts with Grignard's reagent. What is called Grignard's reagent? Alkyl magnesium halide. Okay, if I have taken methyl magnesium bromide, that is nothing but Grignard's reagent. When it reacts, see this. We get here CH3O, CH2, CH3, methyl ether. This CH3 alkyl group is bonded here. The remaining we get byproduct Mg, Br, and Cl. See this. This is the byproduct. So based on Grignard's reagent, it is nothing but alkyl magnesium halide. It is called Grignard's reagent. We know about this. Grignard's reagent. By using Grignard's reagent, we prepared, what about that? Ethers. So not only that, from alkenes. So from alkenes, addition of alcohols to alkenes. Addition of alcohols to alkene. We prepared ethers based on Markovnikov's addition. Okay, see, for example, addition of alkenes to alcohols. Okay, in this process, for example, see, I have taken alkene CH3, CH, CH2 plus addition of alcohols. Okay, if I have taken C2H5OH alcohol, it is a propene, that is nothing but ethyl alcohol. See this? So when it is heated, according to Markovnikov rule, the additions takes place, MR. Here, the double bond convert as it is look like minus it is a plus look like. Just I have given. Now here, the double bond converted into single bond. The negative part of the reagent OC2H5 bonded here, middle carbon, hydrogen bonded here. We get the corresponding ether. It is also one of the preparation. What is the name of the ether? 2-ethoxypropane. 2-ethoxypropane. See this. 1, 2, 3. Second carbon ethoxy. 2-ethoxypropane. Ethoxypropane. See this. Now, based on this process, we prepared ethers. Now, say all ethers preparations completed. All ethers preparations are completed. Now it is clear. Okay. See. Okay, write down. One second. Okay, see now. Physical properties of ethers. See, next preparations completed. After that, physical properties of ethers. So, all preparations completed. series. So physical properties of ethers. So here, what are the important physical properties of ethers? See, first thing, lower ethers. Say lower ethers. Okay, low molecular mass ethers like dimethyl ether, CH3, OCH3. Otherwise, methyl ether series. These are. So these lower ethers, low molecular mass ethers, these are colorless gases. And remaining ethers are generally colorless liquids and remaining ethers are colorless liquids with pleasant odor. Okay, almost it is look like sweet smell. See, low molecular mass ethers are, these are generally gases. Other ethers are generally colorless liquid with pleasant odor. With pleasant odor. Okay, at the same time, if we can take low molecular mass ethers, lower ethers, these are highly volatile and highly inflammable, highly volatile and highly inflammable substances. See this? Highly volatile. Okay, volatile means these are easily evaporated. Easily evaporated and highly inflammable. Highly inflammable. At the same time, these are evaporation easily and highly inflammable substances also. Highly inflammable substances. Next. So if we can take ethers. Ethers along with the molecular mass. Generally, what about that? Molecular mass increase, the boiling points also increase. That is common thing. Here, generally, molecular mass is directly proportional to boiling point. Okay, ethers molecular mass increase along with the boiling points also increase. Okay, at the same time, if we compare boiling points of ethers. Boiling points of ethers. So generally ethers having little bit higher boiling points than corresponding alkanes. Okay, almost okay, nearly same boiling points, but little bit higher. Okay, but ethers having very low boiling points than corresponding alcohols. Here, one of the important things, the boiling points comparison. So with respect to, if we can observe, ethers boiling point with respect to alkanes, little bit higher because due to these are slightly polar nature. Slightly polar nature, little bit higher, slightly polar nature. But compared to alcohols, these are less. Why? Because see, here alcohols are formed intermolecular hydrogen bond. So alcohols contain intermolecular hydrogen bond is present, but the ethers cannot form intermolecular hydrogen bond. Alcohol between, we have observed like this. I have given that ROH. It is a alcohol. If you can take ROH, it is also, what about that, alcohol. Here partially positive charge, partially negative charges here. Both are attracted by force. This is called hydrogen bond. So particularly this hydrogen bond is called, what I have given, intermolecular hydrogen bond. Due to the presence of intermolecular hydrogen bond, the alcohols having higher boiling points than ethers. That is one thing. Ethers cannot form intermolecular hydrogen bond. Ether generally not form intermolecular hydrogen bond. So at the same time, if you are observed one more thing, polarity and solubility. Polarity. Okay, generally ethers, see this ROR. So here two lone pairs are present. In ethers, so COC, this bond angle is not equals to 180 degrees. We know that. This bond angle I have given 110 degrees. 110 degrees given. At the same time, ethers are little bit polar. Here, if you are observed dipole moment, if you are observed, say this dipole moment, it is not equals to 0. For example, if we can take diethyl ether C2H5OC2H5, उसका dipole moment 1.18 device. Approximately we are observed, उसका dipole moment 1.18 device we are observed. Okay, what is the meaning of that? The dipole moments are not equal to 0. Generally, dipole moment is a vector quantity. If it is a linear, completely 180 degrees cycle, okay, this dipole moment, right side dipole moment, left side dipole moment, mutually both are cancelled. But here, mutually not cancelled. So in this process, dipole moment acts towards low electronegativity to high electronegativity. This is the direction, vector. Okay, here it is the direction, vector. Okay, total dipole moment acts towards this direction. See, one direction. Because of that reason, here the dipole moments are mutually not cancelling with each other. For example, I have taken carbon dioxide here, linear shape. Okay, CO2. So in this case, yes, oxygens are more electronegativity. Okay, in this case, the dipole moment acts towards right direction. In this case, the dipole moment acts towards left direction. See, it is a vector quantity. Mutually, both are cancelled. Finally, here, generally, we can say the dipole moments will be 0. But here, it is not a linear. Here, the bond angle is not equals to 180 degrees. So here, the bond angle equals to 110 degrees. Because of that reason, here, the dipole moments are mutually not cancelled. All dipole moments are acts towards one direction only, towards right. So it can show dipole moments. Ethers shows dipole moment. For example, with respect to diethyl ether, its dipole moment equals to 1.18 device. So dipole moment can be explained with respect to device, 1.18 device. Okay. Screens. Somewhat screen is blurred. Is it clear? Voice screen. It is clear. Clear, sir. Sometimes blur. Okay, no problem. It will come. So, आ जाता है 1-2 मिनट में उधर इधर थोड़ा अप एंड डाउन है. Okay, see, so finally, so here finally we can say one thing. So ethers, the dipole moments are not equals to 0, which can show somewhat dipole moments. For example, the ethyl ether having dipole moment is denoted by mu symbol. This is the symbol of dipole moment. Dipole moment symbol isolated. That is equals to 1.18 D. Capital D matlab device bolte. So now, so if we can take solubility, see this. Okay, here if you observe solubility, ethers are almost nearly equal to soluble in water, look like alcohol. Okay, why the alcohols are soluble in water? Due to the formation of intermolecular hydrogen bond. Like that, the ethers also form hydrogen bond with water. Ether not form hydrogen bond, but alcohol form hydrogen bond. But here ether solubility means it is dissolved in water. When it is takes in water, the ethers are form hydrogen bond with water. Because of that same reason, the ethers also soluble in water like alcohols. Little bit comparison, it is little bit less than that of alcohol, but we can say almost nearly same. See, if you can take ethers, ROR. So water, H2O. See this? So here it is a partially polar. Ether also, see this. Ether, it is a water. So it is a partially polar. Little bit negative charge is present. Already water is a polar. So because of that reason here both are attracted by force. This is called what we can say hydrogen bond. Particularly it is also called intermolecular hydrogen bond. So because of this reason, ethers soluble in water like alcohols. Ethers soluble in water like alcohols. Almost nearly same solubilities are present, ethers and alcohols. Okay, for example, if we can take 100 grams of water. Okay, if I have taken diethyl ether and butyl alcohol, diethyl ether and n-butyl alcohol, diethyl ether 4 carbons, C4, H10O, n-butyl alcohol, same molecular formula. Same molecular formula is nothing but same molecular mass. Okay, both are isomers, diethyl ether and n-butyl alcohol. So isomers having same molecular formula and same molecular mass also. If we can take solubility, I have taken 100 grams of water. So approximately the diethyl ether soluble 7.5 grams. The alcohol, n-butyl alcohol is soluble approximately 9 grams. 7.5, there 9 grams. Okay, little bit the alcohols are more soluble. But almost it is also nearest same, 7.5 grams diethyl ether. Why? Because how do the alcohols are form intermolecular hydrogen bond like the ethers also form intermolecular hydrogen bond. See here, alcohols and between ethers, what we get here, intermolecular hydrogen bond. So same reason, what we can say, why the alcohols are soluble in water, same reason, the formation of intermolecular hydrogen bond. They're also same, the ethers also form intermolecular hydrogen bond, but little bit it is lesser. So 7.5 grams there, here alcohols 9 grams. So but if you can take alkanes solubility almost it is negligible, we can say insoluble, because the alkanes does not form hydrogen bond with water. These are the important physical properties. See this first one, lower ethers. Lower ethers nothing but low molecular mass ethers like dimethyl ether and ethyl methyl ethers. So these are colorless gases. The remaining ethers are, we can say, colorless liquids and sweet smell. Lower ethers are highly volatile nature, at the same time highly inflammable nature also. So generally, along with molecular mass in ethers also, the boiling points increase. What is the meaning of that? If you can take dimethyl ether compared to that ethyl methyl ether having higher boiling points. There are 2 carbons, here 3 carbons. If the number of carbons increase, along with the molecular mass also increase. So along with the boiling points also increase. Finally, molecular mass is directly proportional to boiling points. Okay, the other compounds comparison. Ethers having generally little bit higher boiling points than alkanes, because ethers are little bit, these are polar nature, but alkanes are completely non-polar. At the same time, compared to alcohols, ethers having less boiling points. Why the ethers are shows low boiling points compared to alcohols? Alcohol between intermolecular hydrogen bond possibility is there, but ether does not form intermolecular hydrogen bond. Because of that reason, ethers having lower boiling points than alcohols, but solubility wise almost same. Solubility wise almost same. So alcohols and ether solubility nearly same, because both are form intermolecular hydrogen bond with water, right? So these all are physical properties. Simple and symmetrical, unsymmetrical. If we can take that comparison, based on that, we can say the